So, Thomas, this game felt huge in more ways than one. Can you give us a sense of what happened?
Yeah, there were a lot of Canadians here at TD Garden, Adrienne, and everyone was on their feet, just erupting when Connor McDavid scored that overtime goal. You know, there are goals in our lifetime that you think back and remember as hockey fans. Sidney Crosby's 2010 golden goal at the Olympics in Vancouver. This is Connor McDavid's golden goal. McDavid, of course, the Edmonton Oilers superstar, making a name for himself tonight. The big star tonight for Team Canada. Many call him the greatest hockey player in the world, and he was the best player in that overtime period. Just an extraordinary moment when the players were all handed their medals. Oh, Canada played. Listen. Now, clearly, there was no one booing that time, but Oh Canada became something of a central talking point in this game, with Chantal Kreviazuk singing the Canadian national anthem before the puck drop, changing the lyrics pointedly from "In All of Us Command" to "That Only Us Command," one of the elements showing how politically charged this all was, Adrienne.
So, Thomas, Donald Trump made this not just about hockey, but sovereignty, and I gather we're already seeing some reaction to that.
Yeah, after the win, Justin Trudeau put out on social media this message: "You can't take our country and you can't take our game." That caps off a day of tension between Trudeau and Trump on social media, with Trump inviting Trudeau, calling him a governor, to a meeting in Washington, D.C. with other U.S. governors to watch the game. Trump repeating his threat to annex Canada, and his press secretary repeating from the White House today that the U.S. would beat Canada, a country that would become the 51st state of the Union. Of course, that didn't happen. Canada is still an independent country, and tonight, our champions. Adrienne.
Okay, enjoy the night. Thomas Daig in Boston. So it's been a wild, definitely nail-biting night. For the millions of Canadians from coast to coast who hoped and prayed for this victory, we have reporters in Vancouver and in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, to tell us how that winning goal went over. So why don't we start with Michelle Gassoub, who's at a sports bar in downtown Vancouver. Michelle, such a close game, right down to the end. Tell us about that big, loud, lovely room.
Adrienne, when that puck went in the net, this room roared. It just absolutely roared. People were on their feet. They were on their tables. They were on their chairs. They were hugging their friends, lifting their friends up in the air, hugging people I don't think they'd ever met before. I have never felt the blood pressure of a room all come down so quickly and so simultaneously. Adrienne, I think this is the game that people wanted, and this is the game that they got, and they made us work for it. I mean, people were extremely stressed going into overtime, but there is some symmetry to that Vancouver 2010 Olympic gold medal game of Canada taking the win in overtime. People were cheering Crosby's name, cheering McDavid's name when they sang the national anthem in this bar, and people sang the line, "True North, strong and free." They held on the free and yelled out the word free. So I think a lot of elated and satisfied Canadian hockey fans tonight, though I think it might take a while for the blood pressure to fully come down. Adrienne.
Yeah, it sounds like this country needed that. All right, Michelle, thanks very much. So now let's go to Kayla Hounsell in Nova Scotia. So Kayla, you're in Cole Harbour, where two of tonight's Team Canada stars honed their hockey skills. Has to be a lot of emotion where you are.
Well, there was certainly a lot of emotion when that final goal was scored, Adrienne. It's pretty late here, so this bar emptied out pretty quickly. But as I say, so much emotion here in Cole Harbour, as there is across the country, to be sure. But there is something special happening here in the Halifax area tonight, with three hometown players on the ice together. As you say, Cole Harbour is home to Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon. Just down the road in Hammonds Plains, home of Brad Marchand. So when McDavid scored that final goal, this place just lost it. As we heard from Michelle, there were people hugging and screaming, crying, jumping up and down. I can't say it any better than this. Have a listen.
Again, you look at passing the torch, Crosby, McKinnon. McKinnon's now the young gun from Cole Harbour. Crosby on the back end. Obviously, you may see him one more time, but it's going to be McKinnon and McDavid going forward. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, obviously the Cole Harbour boys showed up.
How good of a player he is, and of course.
Now, Crosby and McKinnon grew up playing at a rink that is just a stone's throw from this bar. So for some people here tonight, this is still surreal to watch them grow up, then to watch them play tonight together on this international stage and win. And so while people here were certainly saying they're so proud of their country tonight, they're especially proud of the boys from Cole Harbour, Adrienne.
Yeah, no kidding. Sounds like a great night, Kayla. That's Kayla Hounsell in Cole Harbour.